Hi everyone, welcome to Automation Testing Series by StarAgile. I am Satyam, I'll be your guide throughout this journey. In this video, we'll be covering Playwright setup. So let's get started. Welcome back guys. So in this tutorial, let's go deeply and understand how Playwright works exactly, right? So before that, we are going to talk in this tutorial Playwright setup. How exactly we need to set up the Playwright, right? Because this is very much helpful. So to set up the Playwright, since we are going to do the coding in JavaScript, so I would recommend you guys to go to the official site of NodeJS, because we need to download NodeJS. This is the first prerequisites we should have. Just go to the node.js. Here if you go, so here if you can see here, you can install it for Windows or standalone binary, anything. But if you are using the Windows, since I am currently using the Windows, so you can install it clicking here. You can install this. Once it is installed, then it will be available in your C drive. You go to the C drive. So here if you see node file, go to use. Just a second, I'll just go through that. Yeah, so we need to go to the program files. And the program files, then we will have here Node.js file. Okay, so here we have Node.js file. Understood? So basically what is Node.js? Basically it is an open platform, okay, where basically what we do is it does the cross-platform testing, and it basically runs in JavaScript. Okay, it basically Node.js worked in JavaScript, as the name suggests, like Node.js. So it works in JavaScript and it executes your JS code outside of the web application, okay, web browser. So it is just a platform for the JavaScript, okay, to run it. So without this we can't run your code, right? So that's why we need to have Node.js installed. So once the Node.js is installed, what you need to do is just copy this file. Okay, just copy this file where exactly it is. So for me it is C program files Node.js. For you also it will be the same. So just copy it over here. Now what you need to do is open environment variables, right? You need to open the environment variables, go to advanced tab and click on environment variables. Okay, so in this environment variables, if we go here, node, right, somewhere it will be written node home. See, node home, since it's already present in my system, so it is present here. For you, what you need to do is just click on new, just give the variable name how I have given node home, and just paste the path over here, the path where you have the node file, right? Just copy it from here and just paste it. Okay, once you paste it, just click on OK, and here you click on OK. Okay, so this will be done installing. So what you have done is, so far is you have installed Node.js and you have done your system property and environment variables configuration. So whatever the configurations are required to do it, that you have done it. Okay, next thing would be go to your CMD file. Okay, so I'm already in C, so you need to go to C users, and then here what you need to do is, suppose to make sure like if it is installed or not Node.js, right? So what you need to do is basically you need to type here node -version. See here. So what exactly it is showing? Version 22. So currently I am using version 22. If you are using latest version, since this one I have installed it long back, so that's why it is showing 22.15. For you it will be something different. Okay, but to find out version, we need to have this command. And if the node is, and also to verify if node is installed or not. So for that also you need to have what you need to do is you need to do node.version. Okay, if it is not installed properly, then this will not show. Understood? This version will not at all show. So we need to have this again. So node is done. Now where exactly you will write the code, right? You need to have one platform, right? So the most famous platform is Visual Studio. So what you need to do is just go to the Google and type download Visual Studio. Okay, go to their official website. If you are Windows user, just download it from here, and you can use it like which platform, which device you are using it, right? You can download it over here. Once you download it, you just have to do next, and it will be downloaded over here. Once you download it, then you don't have to do anything. You just have to go to Visual Studio Code and you can just open it. So I already have opened it over here. So before going and opening it, right, what you can do it, you can, let me close mine. So first of all, we need to create a folder where exactly our local repo should be there, where exactly our code should be there, right? So for that we need to create a repo. So where exactly we can create this? Let me go to that playwright tool, not here. Let me do. So in C file only you can do it. So go to C, and here you create a folder. Name it as new playwright course, right? So just remember where exactly you have created your folder. So you have gone to the C file, there exactly you have created the folder. Okay, now what you have to do is open your Visual Studio Code. Okay, once you open your Visual Studio Code, you need to go to file, you need to click on open folder. Okay, open folder, and you need to navigate to the path where you have exactly created your folder. So for me it is inside C. So wherever you guys have created, right, just go to that particular path and open that particular folder. So for me this is the folder which I have created. Just select it. Okay, once you select it, you will be seeing this blank workspace here. Understood? So in this file, if you see, you will not be seeing anything over here inside basically. Okay, but it's just like whatever the folder you have imported over here, right? That folder or whatever the folder you have created there, this folder name should be there. So you can see a new playwright course. This folder name has come over here, right? Because we have opened that particular folder itself. Again, what other things are available here? We can create new file, we can open file, we can open folder, which we have done now. Whatever the recent repo is there, so these many repos I have created, so those recent repos it shows. We can save workspace, we can save these things, like save code, right? These are all the things we can do it. Edit thing we can do cut, copy, paste, everything we can do. Here selections, select all, copy line, these are all the features you can just go through and then explore all the features whatever is present. You can just search it, what other things are present here, right? You can search it over here. You can go to run and you can see what all the breakpoints are enabled. You can run without debugging, you can start debugging. If you want to open the terminal, yeah, this is the important thing. Currently, when you open the fresh page, you will not see your terminal has been opened, and here entire thing is being done in the terminal itself. So what you need to do is, if you go to the terminal, click on new terminal. Okay, so currently you see the new terminal has come, and this new terminal is carrying basically the path where you have created the folder, right? So where exactly the path has been created. It's C automation new playwright course, right? Here the path has been created. So this is the path. Basically it will show for you all where exactly you have created the folder. That particular path will show, right? So now what you need to do is, we need to install the playwright dependency. Before that, you can explore this also, like you can search your folder or file, which, because if when in the real time you'll have many folders and files, right? And certain file, if you want to search it, right, so you can search it over here. You can have a connection with the github, right, or gitlab using this source control. This one we can use it to run and debug each and every line of code using run and debug. This is the marketplace where you can install your different extensions which are required, right? So these all the things you can explore it once you have opened this particular project. For now, what you need to do is, there is a command which we need to do, so that you need to so that we can install this particular so that we can install all the dependencies and folders. So for that, what you need to do is, you need to do npm init playwright @latest. This is the thing, this is the command you need to do it. So now it will ask like where exactly you want to run it, whether it TypeScript or JavaScript. So select it, JavaScript. Where exactly you want to put your test, whatever the test scripts you will write it, where exactly you want to put it. For now I'm just keeping it in the test itself. Do you need further, in the future if you need any sort of GitHub connections and all? So if yes, then you can put it true. For now I'm putting it true itself. Install playwright browser. So by this it will install the playwright browsers, okay? Rather than installing it manually, it will install right away. Okay, so currently if you see, it's installing all the things, all the browsers. Now it is downloading browsers and all, everything has been done, see, and it is showing the suggestions also. Okay, see suggestions over here. Since once everything is done, all the installation has been done, all the browsers has been installed, it will show success here. Understood? Success. And after that it will show the suggestions, what all the commands you can use it here. See, npx playwright test. This is the very important command which we all will be using throughout our journey. This will be helpful to run our script. Okay, npx playwright test. Second is npx playwright test UI. This starts the interactive UI mode. So it will open basically your UI application of application wherever it is required. Okay, npx playwright test project Chromium. Suppose like if you want to run your test case especially only in the Chromium file or in the Chrome, right? So you can just define it explicitly, or else we can define here also. Here is like example debug, you can just go through it. Okay, there are n number of things over there. Okay, so since this has been developed, now we will go here and open the project. See here, earlier the project was blank. Now since we did this command, now everything has been installed here. GitHub, they have node modules, they have test file. Test file is the very important file where you will be writing the test case. Git more file, this one you can ignore. Playwright.config file, this is very important file. This is kind of you can say the heart of an application or heart of the playwright basically. Here you will have all the dependencies, configurations, everything has been written over here. See test directly, where exactly the test is present, like inside test. So it has been written. Parallel, if you want to run it in parallel, it will be true, right? Reporter in HTML reports. So how exactly you want to open your report, right, when the code has been run. So you can open HTML report, right? You can use trace, first try and all, retry and all. I'll explain later on the point of the video, but we can see the options here. Then we have here projects, Chromium, Firefox, WebKit, right? These all the things will be present over here. And if you go to the example.js, right, so it will in the initial phase it will show the basic code. It will be written for you. You don't have to write it. it will be show the example of couple of test cases which have been written. So but here basically, suppose you are in test folder. If you want to create a folder, you can create it here. Okay, if you want to create any file, just click it here and you can create the file. Make sure this file should be of extension .js, because everything we are going to talk in JS. See, once if you learn JS, then TypeScript will be learned automatically. Why? Because there is a lot of similarities in TS and JS. Okay, so JavaScript is basically derived from a TypeScript step. TypeScript is the superset of JavaScript. Okay, so whatever you learn in JavaScript, you will learn TypeScript also. There is few syntax, very few syntax differences are there. Rest all the points will be same. So that's why we are dealing with JavaScript for now, so that you will be also getting to know about a TypeScript, right? So what we will do, so you can create a folder. For now, what I'm doing is like I'll be dealing in this itself, in this file itself. Okay, so what exactly it is basically. So first thing it has done is importing test and expect from the playwright.test. See, this playwright.test is a configuration file. Okay, it's kind of root file from where you are deriving your test, as well as expect is kind of if you want to have assertion, right? In that case, we'll talk about assertion in the later videos, but this aspect will be used when you want to do the assertion. So that's why I have given here to test comma aspect from playwright/test. Okay, here what we have to write it, the test name. We have to write here test. Okay, so this test and then bracket, you have to write any test name, has title or validate something or whatever you want to validate, right? Just for the naming convention, you can write it over here. Then here is the asynchronous function we have written it here. Okay, having page as a property. So this is kind of fixture we have, page fixture. See, page fixture is basically as a thing which will be kind of useful when you run the test. It will open the fresh browser. Okay, so that's why we are using is page here. With the page only we are going to do all the functions, all the actions, whatever you want to do, right? With the help of this page fixture only we are going to do. And this is how we can create a asynchronous function. So always we need to create a synchronous function. That's how we need to create a test file. Okay, first we need to type the test, then test name, then we have to create a asynchronous function having page fixture as a parameter. Okay, now once we have here page fixture as a parameter, right? So once page parameter is there, so usefulness of this will be kind of any actions if you want to do, or any sort of things you want to do, right? In that case, you can have this as a reference, or with the help of page only we are going to do. We are not going to install or do anything. Okay, so see guys, this is very simple. You don't have to do anything. You just have to type page and you just have to type this command. With this command everything will be done here, and with this page we are going to do all the action. Sorry guys. So you don't have to do anything else. Okay, and see, as I spoke about config file is very important. Okay, wherever you go, do anything, okay, it will be important. And here is the hierarchy which will come by default when you install it. Okay, when I told that. And once this is done, see, there is something called so as I told about configuration, this is kind of in simple words, if I say, this is your runner file, test runner file, where everything will be done here. Okay, every configuration, screenshots, how many browsers you want to do a test on, how many whether you want to do parallel testing, traces, everything will be done here. Okay, so and then we have node modules, then we have node modules are basically, kind of, all the functionalities and all the, configurations kind of things which we are delivering from here, playwright/test will be present over here itself. And then after that we can see here something called package.json. In the package.json you will have your version, what version of playwright you have, right? And then any dependencies are there or not, what is the latest version. See, my bad, this is not the version, this is the main version of the playwright 1.5.6. okay, so here exactly it has been written like what is the playwright test. If any sort of new things you want to add it over here, you can add it over here, right? So this is kind of very much important when we talk about playwright. And also certain number of things if you want to put it. So let's do one thing. So let's go to the example.ts. So there is something called, see, this to run any file. Okay, first of all I'll just explain how exactly we can run this file. So to run any file, what you have to do is npx playwright test, and then just right click here, click on rename, just copy it and paste it over here. And here you don't forget to give extension. Once you give the extension and when you click enter, for now I'm not running it, I'm just telling like how exactly we can run npx playwright test, and then this example if you give, it will open your browser and it will do whatever you have written the script wise, right? It will do everything over here. Okay, so sometimes what happens is, so it has one inbuilt feature whether you want to run the script in headed mode or headless mode. Okay, what exactly it is, so if you want to run in headed, just do it headed -- headed. Okay, so now your script will run in headed mode. But if you don't want to run it in headed mode, then just remove that headed, okay. One more thing for the headed and headless, what you can do is you can go to the configuration file, right? And here after traces, what you can do is just type here headless. See, showing in the suggestions also, headless true, that's all. So now headless equal to true we have done. So now we don't have to provide here headed and all. Okay, so if you like, see, earlier I was providing here headed to run it in headed, right? Now since we have given here headless equal to true, that means it will run in the headless mode. But if you want to run it in headed mode, then you have to make it is false. If you make it false, then this particular file will run in headed mode. That's the very awesome feature which playwright is having. Rather than going to headed and headless, rather than going and writing it in debugger mode, you can do it here itself, right? So this is one thing which we have. And then what are the things we have? See, when you are running it, if you don't want to run in multiple browsers, okay, because see, currently everything is enabled, so it will open in when you run this code, right, it will open in Chromium, it will open in Firefox, it will open in WebKit, it will open in all these browsers. Okay, so to avoid that, what you can do is you can just comment it out. Right now, since we have commented it out right here, now in this case it will run only in Chromium. Why? Because everything else we have commented out, right? So it will open in only one browser. So here actually there is a term named workers. So workers means basically is how many browsers you want to run it. 1 worker, 2 worker, 3 worker. So 1 worker means currently it will work in only 1 worker. Why? Because it is working, it is running in only Chromium. Okay, if you enable this, then it will show it is working, it is running in 2 browsers. If you enable this, then it will show it will running in 3 browsers and 3 workers, like that. So workers means nothing but how many platforms or how many browsers you are basically using it. Understood? So it all depends like how many browsers you are using it. Those many browsers it will run, and those many browsers or workers it will invoke. So just don't forget the thing, this term name is worker. Worker is just to run the things in parallel. Okay, parallel testing, if you want to do, you can just run it together. Okay, so this is one thing. And also whatever the changes you are doing it in the file, okay, don't forget to save it. Just Control S you do, because if you don't do Control S, if you don't save it, then whatever the changes you have done, if you run it, it will not be applicable. Whatever the latest change you have done, it will run with the previous script which you have written. So always better you give it here better whatever the changes you are doing, just save it. How exactly you'll get to know whether the file is saved or not? See here, the white dot kind of thing is there, right? That means this particular file is not saved. So to save this file, what you need to do is you need to just do Control S. See, now this file has been saved. Whatever the changes you have done, that is done, right? So that's how we can just achieve it. Okay, so once this is done, so now see, now we are good to run any sort of code. We have done configuration, we have done installation, we have done everything whatever is required in this code. Okay, right? So only thing is like we need to have the URL, which URL we want to hit it, and we can start writing the test scripts. Okay, why I have written here 2 tests, right? See, if you can see here, I have written here 2 tests. Why I have written test is like I'll show you what is the importance of keeping 2 tests rather than having 1 test. Okay, there are a lot of beneficial things. See, in the first test you can run your 1 test with 1 URL. In the second test you can run with 1 URL. So these are all the things I'll show in the next video. Okay, so for now this you guys have understood how to install browser and how to create the folder and how to have the project get it ready, okay, so that you can use it. So yeah, thanks guys for watching this. We'll see you in the next video now. Thank you. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and give it a thumbs up. And if you are looking to earn a globally recognized certification in automation testing, be sure to check our StarAgile automation testing course. The link is in description. Thanks for watching and keep learning. I will see you in the next video.